There's one habit that every successful person has mastered. It's not talent, luck, or intelligence. It's the quiet force that builds empires, transforms lives, and forges greatness. It's the habit of consistency. But here's the truth. Consistency doesn't always look glamorous. It's not about grand gestures. It's the small, often unseen actions you take every single day, whether you feel like it or not. This is the difference between those who are constantly chasing success and those who already have it. It's not about motivation, it's about discipline. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. You have it within you to make this simple shift, and when you do, everything will change. Watch this video till the end, subscribe and like if you're ready to unlock the power of consistency. You've been waiting for that moment, the breakthrough. The day everything clicks and you finally step into your full potential. But what if I told you that moment never comes? That's right, the truth is, there's no single day when everything changes, no magical hour when success falls into your lap. You've been taught that success is about big dramatic shifts. But let me ask you, when's the last time something major changed in a single instant for you? When did you suddenly wake up and everything was perfect, all your dreams in place? You've been sold a lie. Success doesn't work like that. What you've been overlooking is the one thing that will always get you where you want to go. Consistency. It's the small, simple actions you take every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when the world feels like it's pressing down on you. It's showing up. Even when everything inside of you tells you to quit, it's about waking up, taking that one step forward, no matter how hard or unimportant it feels. The power of consistency isn't in doing everything at once, or getting everything right from the start. It's in doing something, every day, even when you don't see immediate results, even when you're tired, even when you doubt yourself. You've been looking for signs of progress in the wrong places. Real progress isn't flashy. It doesn't shout its arrival. It's quiet. It's subtle. And it's the things you do over and over that will eventually compound and create a life you never thought possible. Think about it. Small habits, done consistently, are what build champions. It's not the person who pushes themselves to the limit one day, then rests for a week. It's the person who shows up, rain or shine, day after day, putting in the work. No fanfare, no applause, just a relentless commitment to progress. You may not feel like you're moving fast enough. You may feel like you're stuck in place, like your efforts are invisible to the world. But understand this, the path to transformation is paved with daily steps that no one notices. The world won't applaud you today. It may never even acknowledge the sweat, the sacrifice, the struggles that happen behind closed doors. But the seeds you're planting now, the ones no one sees, the ones you're not even sure are working, are taking root. Slowly, quietly. But they're there. They're growing. And one day, when you least expect it, you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. The person you are today is a product of the consistency you've shown. The hard days, the small wins, the moments of doubt that you pushed through without giving up. They all added up. That's where transformation happens. Not in a grand revelation, not in a single moment of perfection. It's in the daily, unwavering commitment to move forward. It doesn't matter if it feels like you're not making progress right now. Trust the process. You are planting the seeds of your own transformation. The foundation you are building, one consistent action at a time, is what will hold everything up in the end. Those small actions will compound into something greater than you can imagine. All of the failures, all of the mistakes, the days you felt like quitting, they will be the stones that form the road to your success. This is the truth. Consistency is the foundation of all greatness. It's what separates those who dream from those who do. It's what separates those who wish from those who achieve. And the beauty is, it's available to you every single day. All you have to do is show up. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. No matter what. Because one day you will look back and realize that everything you've been striving for was never out of reach. It was within you all along, waiting for you to unlock it, one consistent step at a time. You're stuck, aren't you? Waiting. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting for things to align just right. Waiting until you feel like you're ready. But here's the truth. You will never feel ready. That perfect moment, the one you've been telling yourself will come. It never does. You've convinced yourself that perfection is the goal, That if you could just get everything right, if you could finally do it perfectly, then success would be yours. But look around you. When's the last time someone achieved something extraordinary by waiting for the stars to align? When's the last time perfection made a single breakthrough? Perfection is a trap, a beautiful shiny trap. It lures you in, makes you think that if you just get it right, everything will fall into place. But it doesn't. Not until you take action. I know it's hard. I know you've been paralyzed by that nagging voice, telling you that you're not good enough yet, not ready enough. But you've been lying to yourself, because there's no such thing as perfect. No matter how hard you try, it will always escape you like sand slipping through your fingers. And every time you wait, every time you pause, you lose a moment that could have brought you closer to your goal. You see, progress doesn't come from perfection. It comes from showing up, day in, day out. Doing the work even when it's messy, even when you feel like you're not getting it right. Those small, imperfect actions, they matter. They add up, and it's in those tiny, consistent steps that true growth happens. It's not the big leaps that get you where you want to go. It's the steady, relentless movement forward, no matter how imperfect it may seem. Maybe you've been waiting for that perfect condition, that ideal time, that perfect version of yourself to step up. But listen to me, it will never come. What you're really waiting for is permission. Permission to be human. Permission to fail. Permission to be imperfect. And that permission is something only you can give yourself. When you choose consistency over perfection, you're choosing progress, you're choosing growth, you're choosing to move forward, even when you don't have all the answers, even when you're scared, even when you feel like you're not enough. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about being willing to keep going, even when it's hard, even when you're not sure it's working. It's about trusting the process, knowing that every step, every small action is a part of the bigger picture. You're not perfect, and you never will be. But that's okay, because here's the thing. Your imperfections are what make you human. They are what make this journey yours. And as you embrace the imperfections, as you keep showing up, that's when mastery begins to unfold. Not because you've done it perfectly, but because you've done it consistently. You've already taken the first step. You're here, you're still moving, still trying, and that's what matters. That's the magic. It's not in waiting for perfection. It's in doing what you can, right now, with what you have. So stop waiting. Stop trying to get everything perfect. Step into the mess. Step into the journey. Keep going. Because consistency will always lead you where perfection never could. And when you look back, you'll realize that all the small, imperfect steps you took were the very things that built the life you have now. Perfection is a myth. Consistency is real. And it's the only path that leads to mastery. You've felt it before, that moment of doubt, when the weight of your own thoughts tells you that you're not enough, that you won't make it, that feeling that maybe you're just not cut out for this, that maybe, just maybe, you should give up and let go. It's in these moments when everything around you feels uncertain that your belief in yourself is tested. But here's the thing, belief on its own doesn't change anything. You can believe in yourself all day, but if you don't back that belief with consistent action, that belief is meaningless. It becomes nothing more than a thought, a passing moment, fading away when the next wave of doubt comes crashing in. Belief isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's a choice, a daily commitment to showing up for yourself. It's in the moments when you feel like you're at your weakest, when the world is questioning you and you still choose to take that next step. It's when you act in alignment with what you believe, even when you're not sure how things will turn out. That's when belief becomes real. Think about it. How many times have you believed in something for a moment, only to let it slip away when things got hard, when the path was unclear, when you were met with failure or criticism? It's easy to believe when things are going well, when everything is falling into place. But true belief isn't tested in moments of comfort. It's tested in the storms. It's tested in the silence, the setbacks, the places where the light feels far away. And this is where consistency comes in. Consistency is what turns that fleeting belief into something solid, something unshakable. It's the act of showing up every day, even when you feel small, even when the world is loud with doubt. It's aligning your thoughts, your actions, and your values, and refusing to let them slip, even when the fear threatens to pull you in another direction. This is the foundation of true confidence, belief that doesn't waver, belief that is backed by consistent, deliberate action. Every time you stay true to what you believe, even when it feels like you're moving at a snail's pace, you build that foundation. You create a life that reflects what you stand for. The world doesn't hand you confidence. You earn it, one day at a time. By showing up, by being consistent, by making sure that your actions align with the truth you hold deep inside of you. There will always be moments when the doubt creeps in, when the world tells you that you're not enough, that you don't belong in the spaces you're reaching for. But this is when consistency matters the most. Because it's in those moments that you need to remind yourself, I believe in this, I believe in me. And I'm going to keep moving forward, no matter what. The path won't always be easy, but with every small act, every time you choose to align your belief with your actions, you become more grounded in that belief. It's not about never feeling doubt, it's about continuing to walk the path even when that doubt shows up. When you do that, when you make belief a living, breathing part of your everyday actions, you'll find that your confidence will no longer be something fragile. It will be unshakable because it's been built with consistent effort, day after day, decision after decision. Your belief in yourself is the most powerful force you have. But without consistency, it's just a thought. It's time to turn that belief into action. And when you do, you'll realize that the foundation you've built isn't just strong, it's unbreakable. There are moments when life feels like it's breaking you. The weight of disappointment presses down harder than you ever thought possible. You've been knocked down over and over and the question lingers. How much more can you take? You don't see the way forward anymore. All you can feel is the sting of failure, the endless struggle that seems to have no end. But here's the hard truth. Resilience isn't built by avoiding pain. It's not about escaping failure, nor is it about pretending it doesn't hurt. Resilience is built by staying in the fight, day after day, even when the world tells you to quit. It's forged in the moments when you want to give up, when the dream feels distant, when you're unsure if you can take another step. And the thing that makes all the difference in these moments, consistency. You've been facing challenge after challenge, and each time it feels like you're starting over, doesn't it? It's as if the road you've been walking keeps falling apart beneath you. Every time you think you're making progress, life pushes you back a few steps. But here's the thing that no one tells you. Each of those moments is an opportunity, not just to rise again, but to build something stronger within you. Resilience is not the absence of struggle. It's not about being untouched by life's blows. It's about showing up, no matter how hard it gets. It's about keeping your head up, even when the path seems impossible. Each time you show up, despite the doubts, despite the fear, you're building your resilience. Every time you choose to take that next step, even when the ground feels shaky beneath your feet, you're teaching yourself to stand firm. Consistency is the muscle that strengthens your resilience. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about committing to keep going even when you don't have all the answers, even when you can't see the end of the road. It's in those small, steady actions that you create the mental and emotional strength to rise. You're not going to get everything right. You're not going to avoid failure, and you shouldn't expect to. But every time you fail, every time you fall, you have two choices: stay down or get back up. And resilience is built with each decision to rise. Every time you make that choice, every time you decide to show up again, despite the setbacks, you become stronger, more capable of facing the next challenge. The key isn't to avoid falling, it's to embrace the fact that you will fall, and know that you have the power to get back up. Because here's the secret: every fall is a lesson, every setback is part of the process, and each time you face the challenge and keep going, you're building the strength to face the next one with even more courage. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. In your pain, in your frustration, in your moments of doubt, and in your triumphs. Because that's how resilience is built. It's not about avoiding the hard times. It's about committing to rise every time life knocks you down. And with every rise you'll see that the strength you've been looking for was inside you all along. You wake up every day with the weight of the world still on your shoulders, don't you? The noise of life, the pressure, the constant demands, they never stop, and somewhere deep down you know that something needs to change. But every day feels like the same battle, doesn't it? You fight just to get through the day, to move past the doubts, to keep pushing even when you feel like you're running on empty. What you might not realize is that the change you're desperately seeking doesn't come from a single grand action. a one-time burst of energy, or some miracle moment that shifts everything. No, the change you need is built in the quiet moments. It's created in the daily rituals, the habits you repeat over and over again. Those small actions, done consistently, are what lay the foundation for everything you desire. You've been taught to believe that motivation is the spark that drives success. But the truth is, motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. And it's unpredictable. One day, you feel on top of the world, full of fire and purpose, ready to conquer everything. The next, you feel drained, overwhelmed, and ready to give up. But this is where the power of daily rituals comes in. Daily rituals don't rely on motivation. They rely on consistency. They're the framework that supports everything else. The little things you do every single day, even when you don't feel like it, are what turn your dreams into reality. It's not the big, bold decisions you make once in a while. It's the small, consistent actions you take, day after day, that move the needle. Think about the things you do first thing in the morning. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up and immediately dive into the chaos, the emails, the messages, the demands, you start the day already reacting, already feeling out of control. But if you begin with intention, if you make space for rituals that ground you, then everything shifts. Whether it's taking 5 minutes to breathe, writing down your intentions for the day, or getting your body moving, these rituals have a compounding effect. They build momentum. Success isn't a random occurrence. It's the result of daily decisions, repeated habits that over time shape your reality. When you commit to a daily ritual, no matter how small, you stop waiting for motivation to find you. You stop relying on fleeting bursts of energy that come and go. Instead, you create a routine that supports your goals, your vision, and your growth. Consistency doesn't require you to feel motivated all the time. It requires you to show up, even when you don't feel like it, even when life is hard, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. When your rituals become part of your daily routine, success isn't just a possibility, it's inevitable, because you've built it into your foundation. You don't have to rely on the whims of motivation anymore. You can create your own momentum. The key is in those small rituals, the ones you choose to repeat every day, whether you feel like it or not. They form the invisible threads that tie your success together. It's the consistency of those habits that transforms you, builds your strength, and brings your dreams into reality. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, the next time you think success is out of reach, remember this. You're not waiting for some big moment, you're building it right now, with each small action, each small ritual, and that's where your true power lies. Not in some distant future, but in the choices you make today. Consistency becomes your ally, and with it you have the power to shape your life, one ritual at a time. You're standing on the edge, aren't you? The fear is thick, suffocating even. You want to move forward, but it feels like something's holding you back, like an invisible force that's weighing you down. You faced moments where fear completely paralyzed you. The doubt, the uncertainty, they consume your thoughts, pushing you to stay small, to play it safe, to not take that next step. But here's the truth. Fear is inevitable. It's not something you can wish away or magically overcome in an instant. It's part of being human. It's there to remind you that you're stepping into the unknown, that you're on the edge of something that matters. But fear, as strong as it may feel, doesn't have to control you. The way forward doesn't lie in waiting for fear to disappear. It lies in what you do despite it. Fear doesn't go away when you decide to face it. It never will. But what you can do, what you absolutely must do, is choose to act in the face of it. The real power lies in showing up when fear is present. It's in taking one step at a time, even when you're terrified. Each of those small steps is a victory. They add up, they compound, and slowly as you move forward, you'll realize that the fear that once consumed you has become something you can walk through, not around. It's easy to say you'll wait until the fear is gone, but you'll wait forever. Fear isn't a sign to stop. It's a signal to keep going. Each moment you choose consistency, you are building the courage to face what you've been avoiding. Every small action you take, whether it's a decision, a step, a move forward, chips away at the fear's power over you. And with every step, you grow stronger. Fear doesn't define your path. Your consistency does. This is how breakthroughs happen, not in moments of clarity, but in the daily decisions to keep moving, even when everything within you screams to turn back. The courage to conquer the unknown isn't found in waiting for the fear to disappear. It's found in the consistency to move forward, no matter how dark it feels. You've been here before. The doubt creeps in, slowly at first, and then like a flood, it overtakes you. You start questioning everything. Am I doing this right? What if I fail? What if it's not enough? The voice of doubt grows louder with every challenge, and it makes you wonder if this journey was ever worth it. The key isn't to get rid of the doubt, it's to keep going despite it. And that's where consistency becomes your greatest tool. When you continue showing up, even when you don't see immediate results, you're teaching yourself one of the most important lessons. Trust the process. It's through consistency that you build faith, not just in the journey but in yourself. Doubt will always exist. The question is, will you let it define you? Will you allow it to be the reason you stop, the reason you quit? Or will you choose to stay consistent, no matter what your mind tells you? Every time you push forward, even when you feel uncertain, you're proving to yourself that success isn't just a possibility, it's inevitable. It's just a matter of time. This is the beauty of consistency. It's the act of showing up, even when the outcome is unclear, even when the path isn't obvious, and through that daily commitment, you build the foundation for success. Not overnight, not in one big leap, but over time, one consistent step after another. You don't need to silence the doubt completely. You just need to keep walking forward, and eventually, you'll realize that your consistency has done what doubt never could. It has shown you the way. There's a quiet frustration that comes with searching for purpose. It's as though you know there's something more, something that calls to you just beyond the horizon. But you're stuck in a space where the path is unclear, and every direction you try seems to lead nowhere. You question, am I on the right track? Is this really my purpose, or am I just drifting? What you may not realize is that purpose doesn't reveal itself in a single moment of clarity. It doesn't appear when you want it, or when you feel ready. It doesn't show up with a loud declaration or a perfect sign from the universe. No purpose is built. It's a slow unfolding, a series of small deliberate actions, taken day after day. It's your consistency, the quiet, often invisible work that creates meaning in your life. Purpose isn't found, it's forged through consistency. You've heard the phrase, keep going, even when it feels pointless. But it's more than just enduring. It's about committing to the journey. It's about trusting that each step, no matter how insignificant it seems, is shaping the path ahead. Each action you take, even if you don't see the immediate result, is one piece of the puzzle that eventually reveals the bigger picture. There will be days when you wonder if the effort is worth it. There will be moments of doubt, where you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But here's the truth, the work you do now is what's leading you to your purpose. It may feel like you're not making progress. It may feel like you're just going through the motions. But consistency compounds. Day by day, it builds something more than you can see right now. It builds the foundation of a life aligned with purpose. The danger is in waiting for some perfect moment when everything will come together. But that moment never comes. What you're waiting for is the result of your own consistent effort. It's the commitment to show up every day, regardless of how things look. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to see the full picture right away. Purpose will reveal itself to you through the consistent choices you make to keep moving forward. And when it does, you'll realize that everything you've been doing was the key that unlocked it. You've felt it, haven't you? That overwhelming desire to be better, to master something, to truly own your craft. It's the hunger that pushes you forward, that keeps you up at night, that reminds you that there's more to be done. But then doubt creeps in. Am I good enough? Will I ever get there? How long will it take? You start looking at others and wondering if you'll ever be as good as they are, if you have what it takes to reach that level of mastery. Mastery doesn't come from talent. It doesn't come from a single breakthrough or an innate gift. It comes from the willingness to show up every single day. It comes from the relentless pursuit of growth, the constant refinement of skill, and the commitment to improvement, no matter how small the progress seems. This is the key: consistency. Whether you're learning something new or honing an old skill, mastery is built through consistent, deliberate practice. You've probably had days when you felt like you weren't improving, when the frustration felt too heavy. The temptation is to stop, to give up, to believe that you're not cut out for it. But here's the truth: mastery isn't about a few perfect moments. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, even when it feels hard. Every small action you take, every hour you dedicate, every mistake you make, is part of the process. This is where many people fail. They think that talent or the right circumstances will lead them to mastery. But true mastery comes from the consistent effort, day in and day out. It's in the quiet hours when no one is watching, when you're alone with your craft, improving bit by bit. This is where the real work happens. Mastery is earned. It's the result of showing up, even when it's tough, even when progress feels slow, even when doubt threatens to pull you off course. When you focus on consistency, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop wondering if you're good enough. You stop worrying about the outcome. You start focusing on the process, on the small improvements, on the next step, and that's when mastery begins to take shape. It's not about being perfect. It's about being committed, every day, every step, until one day, you look back and realize that you've become the expert you once dreamed of becoming. Mastery isn't an event, it's a journey, and consistency is the bridge that takes you from where you are now to where you want to be. Keep going, keep showing up, keep practicing, because with every step, every day you stay committed, you're unlocking your potential, and that, my friend, is how mastery is truly built. You feel it, don't you? The weight of everything pulling at you, the constant pressure, the distractions, the chaos of life that never seems to stop. Every day it feels like you're running in circles, trying to keep up, trying to find your way, but it's like the world is constantly overwhelming you. You're lost in the noise, struggling to stay afloat. Every step feels like a battle against the tide. You've been told that freedom is about having it all, the perfect life, the endless choices, the ability to do whatever you want, whenever you want. But here's the truth. Freedom doesn't come from having everything you want. It doesn't come from waiting for luck to strike, or for the stars to align. Freedom comes from something much deeper, something more powerful. It comes from the consistent choices you make, day after day, that create the structure for the life you truly desire. You see, without consistency, everything falls apart. It's easy to get lost in the chaos when there's no framework to hold you steady. The distractions, the endless demands, they consume you. But consistency is what anchors you. It's the daily commitment to show up, even when you don't feel like it, even when the world is pulling you in 100 different directions. It's the quiet strength that allows you to keep moving forward, no matter what. Think about it. Every time you make a small, consistent choice to move in the direction of your goals, you're taking back control. Every time you choose to focus on what matters, even in the face of uncertainty or fear, you're building the foundation for the life you want. You're not waiting for freedom to come, you're creating it with each decision, each action, each step forward. Freedom isn't the absence of responsibility, it's the ability to choose where your energy goes. It's about building the life you want with the decisions you make each day, no matter how small they seem, and that's where consistency comes in. The more you make these choices, the more you align with your true desires, the more freedom you unlock. It's the steady rhythm of your actions, done consistently, that gives you the power to shape your own reality. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that freedom is something that happens to you, that it's the result of luck or some external force. But the truth is, freedom is something you create through your own actions. It's the daily intentional choices that cut through the noise and allow you to live life on your terms. You don't need permission. You don't need a perfect moment. You just need consistency. And that's what makes it so powerful. It's not about waiting for everything to fall into place. It's about showing up every day, taking one small step at a time, and trusting that those steps will eventually lead you where you want to go. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to commit to the process. In the end, freedom isn't a destination. It's a way of living. It's not about having everything you want right now. It's about building the life you want, one consistent choice at a time. And with every step you take, with every decision you make to show up for yourself, you're creating the freedom to live life on your terms, to move with purpose, to cut through the chaos, and to take control of your own destiny. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, the next time the distractions pull you under, remember this: freedom isn't a result of chance. It's a result of consistency. And with every choice you make, you are unlocking the door to the life you were meant to live. You have the power to build it, one day at a time.